Hi, I'm Dr. Aletta, and today I'm talking with Linda Groat, and she is the owner of Simply Back to Basics, Organizing and Coaching. Linda, I've used your services, and I have been very happy with how you help me organize my office, not just at my office, but also at my home. And I really feel like it would be a service to people to learn more about professional organizing and what it can do for them. So can you help us with that?
Sure, absolutely. People have busy and stressful lives today. They have a lot going on, and they get stuck sometimes in their projects or in their situations for many reasons, and such as yours, where you were moving to a new job, into a new location, new office. Sometimes people get stuck because they have somebody joining the family, a birth or an adoption, or they have a marriage, or they have somebody leaving the family, some kind of transition like that.
Yes, those can be hard, so help would be good for that.
Well, adding anything extra to the regular daily responsibilities that we have make it difficult for people to keep all their commitments running smoothly. So sometimes people find that they need some extra assistance, just a little bit here and there, to get back on track, and a NAPO organizer can help these clients to learn new skills, help them accomplish their tasks.
Okay, so NAPO, what is that?
NAPO stands for the National Association of Professional Organizers. Many people don't even know that exists, but it's a group formed of thousands of organizers across the United States and other countries, and they're committed to helping clients to achieve their goals.
So how does that process work?
Most organizers work in what's called a consultation model, which I'm sure is similar to what you use in your counseling practice. It's similar to a coaching relationship where the client is in charge of the things that they want to work on, and the organizer provides the pacing, knowledge, and resources that can help a client to achieve their goals.
Okay, so the client provides the project, and you help support them in achieving their goals.
That's right.
That is
we create a vision together of what it is where they want to go, and then we work together to find the tools that they need to make that happen.
Great. So let's say my project is to help me get through the holidays.
You're not alone.
Going bananas, and there's a lot of stress there and surprise, like, oh, okay, all of a sudden it's December. How can an organizer help me do that?
Well, the holiday time creates a lot of opportunity for joy, and at the same time it can be very stressful. If you work with an organizer, they can help you to get both physically and emotionally ready to make the most of your family time.
And how does an organizer do that?
Well, we would start by streamlining and systematizing the areas of your house that you're using the most. For example, the kitchen, the laundry room, play areas, paperwork, and daily routines. Often if we work on these areas, which are chores that we do every day, they're areas that we're in all the time, like, for example, if you have a good play area for your children, you can get your work done faster if things are not all crazy. If your kitchen is organized and you know where to find things, it just makes it a lot easier to unload from grocery shopping and to cook and to keep it all clean. So sometimes when we do those things, the chores can become less taxing and more enjoyable, and maybe more automatic.
No, I can really see where that would provide less stress. We were talking about just meal planning and how a little bit of extra effort at the beginning of the week, meal planning, de-stresses things for the rest of the week.
That's right.
So I know what you're talking about. That makes a lot of sense.
That's right. It makes a big difference by doing those small things. And then it leaves time and energy left to enjoy the other activities that the holidays bring about.
That's great. So if I were thinking of hiring an organizer, how would I go about doing that?
Well, first of all, I would recommend that you choose a NAPO organizer. And what that means is that you've selected a professional that has chosen to join the national organization and become a member, and it assures that you're hiring a professional that holds themselves to high standards, who engages in ongoing learning and connecting with other organizers, and that they're adhering to the NAPO Code of Ethics.
Okay, so that's good to know that there is an organization out there that provides high standards for their members.
Yes.
And that way the consumer is protected when they're seeking those services.
Yeah, and they're protected to the degree that the NAPO organizer is wanting to make the best of themselves.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. So is there anything else that people should know about organizing?
Well, I told you this before, so you may remember my mantra that organizing is a process and not an event.
Oh, yeah.
It's something that occurs over time, and it's difficult. It takes time, energy, money, and hard work. But if you're willing to do that, then you can reap the rewards of it, which include a lighter heart, a lighter spirit, more efficiency, the ability to really see what's most important in your life. sometimes people don't do it all the way. You know, they get stuck in the process and they don't want to, for whatever reason, continue. And then it becomes very frustrating for them.
Well, I think having gone through this, even just, it was just one room, but even doing that, it took an amazing amount of psychic energy to get through it. And I don't mean psychic like woo-woo psychic, I mean energy, mental energy. You get tired. It's truly a process, and you do need to be committed to it to see it through to the end, because it's really easy to say, oh, this is too hard, I'm going to give up. And, but having gone through it and being having it done successfully, the rewards are great.
Yeah.
And they're ongoing. They keep on giving.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And, you know, we really give a great deal of credit and responsibility to the client, because they're the people that are responsible for lasting change. It has to work for you. While I'm there, we have to make sure that it's working. But after I leave, it has to be working. And sometimes if you don't go through the whole process to the end, you know, it makes it difficult.
So you're saying that feedback is important too, that you need to know if the client, it's not like, because you don't want the client to feel like they're just pleasing you. You know, they're just saying, oh yeah, everything's great, when they're thinking, oh my God, this is never going to work.
No, and it's highly personal, because the way you think is different from the way I think, and the way the next person thinks, and you know, and what's important to you may or may not be important to me. But as in your practice, and you have to focus on what that person's bringing to you and their learning style. I have to focus on their learning style, their personality, their ability to their space. And it just makes change. Organizing is a very personal process. It's very difficult. It can be very hard to establish new habits, which takes time. And it can be very unsettling to let go of things and ideas that you've held for a long time. So your organizer will help you to verbalize and address these feelings and support you while you do that.
I appreciate that. I really didn't know how much mental energy went into the process of organizing, because it really is looking at things differently.
That's right.
And that's a new thing, so that's great. Now, I benefited greatly from your organizing services. If I wanted to gift that to somebody, those services, how would I go? Is that possible?
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's a great idea. It's nice to receive a gift like that. It's a very generous thing. It's a great idea, but saying that, it's important to recognize that the gift receiver, the recipient, has to be a willing participant. It's very difficult to foist organizing on anyone, and unless it's something that they really want to do, it really won't be a good use of time or money. Sometimes clients I'm already working with will ask their relatives to gift them for birthdays and holidays and anniversaries, and that works really well. But it would be just good to have a conversation with the recipient first ahead of time, just to make sure it's something that will be well received.
You don't want to surprise them with an organizing gift certificate. They might receive it badly, so you want to be sure it's going to be welcome.
I would say so.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yep.
So if people wanted more information about organizing, what should they do? Where should they go?
Well, one place they can go to is my website. I have a very elaborate website with lots of information, resources, places for donations, tips.
I've been there. It's good.
Lots of good stuff. SimplyBackToBasics.com. And you can sign up for my monthly organizing tip. I tend to do it on a monthly basis. And visit my blog. NAPO.net is another resource, and they have lots of information for people there as well.
So it's a good place to get started. Even if you're not ready for an organizer to come into your home, a lot can be, you can learn a lot from your website, SimplyBackToBasics.com, and from the NAPO.net website.
That's right. And I don't think we mentioned that also if you're far away, I still can communicate by Skype. I've been doing webcam organizing.
I love that.
And that's a really great way if somebody is, if they have a webcam that they can move around in their house, like I do on my laptop, show me spaces, or we can work on time management or vision planning, things like that.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much, Linda.
Oh, thank you,
This
Dr.
has been a lot of fun, and thank you for welcoming us into your home.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.